consuming DNA now. Someone else will.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Retro FIFA series, where today myself and Tom are taking a look at FIFA International Soccer.
First one, back to the absolute beginning.
1993, no less, on the Mega Drive. An absolute classic FIFA title.
Yeah, as you'll see.
Yeah, there's plenty of cool stuff to come. This was released on the 15th of July in 1993. And basically it was the first FIFA game ever.
Yeah, everything we worry about and post about now is sort of all came from this.
This is where it began, the birth of FIFA as we know it today. So here we go, this is just the first match here, just a quick kick-off match to kind of show you a little bit, show you around kind of FIFA International Soccer. And Tom, you're the man behind the gamepad. I was stressed at that.
Yeah, I know why you're stressing it, because it's something I did later on in the video, but yeah, that's me, it's me playing.
Disgusting tactics later in the game.
I think it's just, you know, it was in the game, and even nearly 20 years later I remembered it was in there and thought, let's have a go.
I mean, one of the best things straight away with this is the goalkeeper saves. There is no rubbish saves in international soccer. Every single save is just out of this world.
Yeah, it's, the keepers are pretty good, but they're not unbeatable. I thought they were for the first few matches when I went back. They did sean to be, but they're actually unbeatable.
The animations are just, I mean, that's a dive, for one. I mean, great rolling around on the floor animation.
Yeah, there's some, so the dribbling and stuff I found to be really smooth. That's brilliant, isn't it?
The diving header animation, I mean, it's actually quite similar to FIFA 12, actually, when you actually strip them down to their component parts. I mean, great save again from the keeper. Tom, why aren't you beating Wales? Come on. So, I mean, I love...
Definitely got me. No dive. He definitely got hold of me.
There's just something about there's just something about this game. It's not just the first game ever. There's just about the styling. It still kind of stands up now.
So it's still genuinely really fun to play. When I was putting this together, I recorded way more matches than I needed to, just because I was enjoying it so much. It really is fun.
And still had offsides as well. Another, you know, sometimes a lot of the early games missed.
Let's leave that in. There's no algorithms in there to say whether you need to run the clock out for a little bit longer. The clock just absolutely drops off as soon as you finish the match.
Just like FIFA Stream.
Yeah.
So now, guys, just going to take you for a quick tour of kind of the menu options and everything. And the options are pretty good, Tom, to be fair.
You've got your leagues, playoffs. The only teams that are international, and none of them are licensed.
Kind of like, sort of like Euro 2012 then.
You're going to say that? Yeah. Wales, also, quite fitting for that. Using them.
45-minute half-time was a good one, just back up there. Obviously, quite a lot of people like that. And also game types, action and simulation. It's almost like they knew.
This is what it used to look like. You've got problems now with the team selection, haven't you? But how do you feel about that?
I mean, I hate our current team management with an absolute passion. But this, I mean, look at this thing. It's got sliders.
Yeah.
We only got sliders this year.
You now sort of choose where your parts of your team fall on the pitch, and
so simple. And also, you know, quick custom tactics.
Chuck it in.
It's got nothing on that.
Switch from attack to all-out attack. You know, there's not really any variety on the formations, but the basic ones are there. Everything you need.
Yeah, and obviously now we're going through, so we've got the tournament modes, which is great. Which is basically kind of the whole mode is built around that. Fouls off is always a good one. And but no, I really like, you know, the different field types, you know, from grass to artificial. That's another quite a cool thing, which FIFA doesn't really do now, and obviously weather options and things like that. I've always, you know, it's interesting when you look back on these titles. I'm always quite impressed with how exhaustive a lot of the options were for a Mega Drive game. You know,
Yeah.
And so, really key to note that you are the EA Sports All-Stars.
Cheating, they're a team, they were there, I didn't have to cheat to unlock them. There you go, the coin toss.
EA, please return this to the game.
I went with tails every single time, and I never failed, as they say. So that works.
So yeah, EA Sports All-Stars against Belgium, which is obviously a classic international encounter that we're well used to seeing.
One of the greats.
Amazing. So the goalkeeper animations are probably one of the most standout parts of this game. It's just out of this world. Brilliant stuff.
Some of the runs and stuff you're able to do. I mean, there's a couple of examples I've put in here of just dribbling and just mazy dribbles all the way from one end of the pitch to the other. Another great save there. Well, it's as cheap a goal as you can score there. The computer scored against me. Typical
FIFA tramp goal there, just tapping in. And this sort of, I mean, you're going to get a tour of these celebrations now, but some of them are just amazing. Our personal favourite is coming up a little bit later. But yeah, so Belgium currently dispatching the EA Sports All-Stars.
Went close again there. Good effort.
Very good. What you need to do is find that magic kind of 30-degree angle.
That is another animation that pops up. I don't know how that sort of defies gravity a little bit. The ball just vertically pops up and two players jump up to header it and neither of them ever get it.
It is worth saying that this was not a game built around heading of any kind of way, shape or form. There is no good heading animations.
Look at the ball.
Here you go.
Yeah, just straight through and little side step. Wasted in the end, but
good effort though. I love this corner system as well, where you hit an area as opposed to the man, and it gives you
do things like that.
1-1 back in the game.
Front flip. And then a little, I don't know if that's a dance or whether he's just wiggling his hips, but
and a Mexican wave. And we would like to point out that the guy on the right does have a sombrero.
So it's authentic. Definitely
a Mexican wave. Van Schmieter. It is important to mention this one. This was not licensed. And another awesome save. The keepers do make every single save look so easy.
And that's why I think you sort of get the impression you think, they are a little bit unbeatable, but they genuinely aren't. I scored a fair few. I scored enough goals while I was putting this together. That's Ron Barr there. He's in every match. Don't know who the fuck he is.
Again, tails.
No, I won it. I told you.
And this is on the artificial pitch here, so you've got the slightly different kind of effect on the pitch, which is, like I say, for 1993, it's quite cool. That I know there's no difference to the ball physics. That there aren't really.
No, you can go dry and you can go drenched and stuff, but you don't really notice any difference
apart from visual.
And another little mazy run.
Yeah, tearing the Israel defence apart. Here you go again.
Over.
It's not the most organised of games in the middle of the pitch, and that's unbelievable though.
You love it.
Take a bow, mate. That was too good. And
hula dancer. There was actually quite a few of those. Looking back, I don't really remember them being that many, but there actually were a few.
No, there's definitely some good variety, and our favourite's still to come as well. I mean, this is only there. A snapshot from nowhere, keeper just catches it.
Here's the glitch. I felt dirty doing it, but it was a tournament. I needed to progress to be able to put the video together. So sometimes you've got to do these things.
And I'll get to that in a minute. But this is our favourite celebration. Definitely the moon landing. I mean, they're so happy. To
Martians, they love it. Yeah. And I think I was rewarded that shitty goal, but with the best celebration. So
that the glitch there where you could tackle, you could do that every single time if you were.
I did it again. This video, but. It's one of those things. It's not something I'd make a habit of doing online or something, but there was no online play. And look, they scored that against me, which is just as cheap to me. So
it's just as cheap, but it's not cheating. I will say that much. And
I'll give you that.
And burst the net, ripping Shlomo there with the great Israeli striker of 1993.
Looking, that might be a little bit racist, maybe. I don't know.
Possibly. Team celebrations as well throughout. And top in the group of them, and it's also really 2 points for a win as well. That's how old this was.
2 points for a win, yeah.
So there's no Jimmy Hill's campaign hadn't kicked off yet, and no 3 points. So this is Greece. And
I put these guys away quite easily from memory.
Disgusting tackle there.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
I paid for it.
That's an unbelievable strike.
Yeah, lobbed that in against me from outside the area. But again, it shows you there was quite a lot of diversity in the kind of goals you could score, even back then, with the 3-button controls and not an awful lot going on, really.
And that was great 4-way play, as it said. But this is where the comeback's on now. Oh, penalty.
Yeah, so people who complained about the recent change of penalty system want to go back and play this before they start whinging, because you just got no hope from that, have you? There's no way of putting them away.
The keeper was quite clearly off his line as well.
I thought that was out of order, so there you go. You got that.
Scum.
Had to be done.
Utter scum.
Had to be done.
And another celebration. Brilliant. I mean, Sergio Vasquero there with the scumbag finish.
The equaliser. See that little turny burst of pace just to get in front of me?
Yeah, no. People moan about that all the time in actual FIFA players catching up with each other, but that was especially bad. Right, so now we're through to the round of 32. Tom, Iraq away.
Fixture.
Unbelievable save again. The goalkeepers in this are just astonishingly brilliant.
Not unbeatable, as I said.
That is a wonder strike. And the happy smiley bouncy ball is back. One of the things this did have, one of the things to mention actually, is this game did have sort of a version of manual controls, Tom.
Yeah, there was just one system, I think, but it felt very manual. Actually, as we move through, because we'll start working our way through, you'll find a lot of the earlier games are actually like that. But this one in particular, yeah.
So trouble here as Iraq equalise, and now this is high tension stuff because it's sudden death time.
On into sudden death.
If you tramp goal this, you don't deserve to have gone through or to play this ever again.
No, I don't think I did.
Keeper touched the ball over there. Here we go.
Bit of an animation glitch. Didn't really make much contact with the ball, but I'll take it.
I'm pretty sure the glitch would have looked better than that. That ball just looped into the back of the net. So this is it, Tom, the big one. Quarterfinals, Belgium. You had a tough group game against Belgium, and now that's just unbelievable goalkeeping. I think that's the best thing about this game. The dribbling and the goalkeeping, for me, are the two absolutes. Pick that out. You must have been hurting at this point.
I was a bit, because, it's not a game where you can just sort of, as much as the trampy thing I've sort of put in there works, you can't just create a goal, generally speaking. You can't just sort of, there's no sweet spot for the finesse shot kind of thing. You can't just, as you see, I ended up going out.
That's it. The EA Sports All-Stars journey in the World Cup is over. And there you can see the Belgian players there. Look how happy they are. And Argentina went on to win, but at least you lost to the team that got to the final.
Yeah, exactly. There's a little bit of pride to be taken from that, I think.
Yeah, well, not that much, but a bit. And Argentina eventually ran out winners. So that's kind of it. That was our tour of FIFA International Soccer. Probably, apart from a game that we will definitely cover, FIFA 98, probably one of my favourite all-time retro titles is that game.
Yeah, it was really, really fun to go back and play it. Like, genuinely was. So, it'll be interesting to see, as we sort of work through them, how things change and what are the ideas get adapted and moved on and that kind of thing. But, as a starting point, it was nice to have a little look back at where all this stuff started.
Yeah, and for me, fairly advanced as well. Quite a lot of good stuff in there, a lot of modes, a lot of options, especially the tactics stuff was really good.
Yeah.
And it's just got that visual appeal, that kind of isometric football is just like brilliant. You just can't beat it, and it's a fitting start to the FSB Retro series, I think.
Yeah.
We'll be doing more of these, guys, over the next kind of months and weeks, so we'll see you again.
I need to work through all of them, but it's a bit of a task, so.
We will get there, we promise.